You ever notice that? English has this music to it, a secret rhythm, a beat that just kind of flows through every sentence. It's not just what we say, but how we say it. So today, let's find that beat together.
All right, let's jump right in with a classic puzzle. I mean, look at this word. It's spelled exactly the same, right? But if you say desert, you're picturing sand and camels. Say it dessert, and suddenly you're talking about abandoning something. So what's the deal? Well, that is the secret rhythm we're talking about. It's called word stress.
And hey, this isn't just some minor detail for language geeks. No way. A linguist, John M. Levis, actually said that getting this rhythm wrong it can stop communication completely. Dead in its tracks. It's that important. You see, if a listener can't find the beat, they can't find the word. So the takeaway? It's simple, really. Mastering this rhythm is absolutely key to being understood.
Okay, so let's break this down. What is this core beat we keep mentioning?
So word stress is basically just the syllable in a word that you hit a little harder than the others. It's the main beat, the emphasis. Like a drum beat in a song. Take the word music. The beat is on mu, music. See, that's the stress syllable. It's kind of like the anchor for the whole word.
So how do we actually make that beat? Well, think of the stressed syllable as the main event. It's louder, you hold it for a split second longer, your pitch goes up, and the vowel's super clear. But the unstressed syllable, that's the offbeat. It's quieter, quicker, the pitch is more neutral, and the vowel sound gets a little lazy and reduced. It's all about making way for that next big beat.
All right, let's get into some simple rhythms. We'll start with one of the most common patterns in English. You can kind of think of it like a simple two-step dance.
And here's the move. For a ton of two-syllable words, the rhythm actually tells you if you're hearing a noun or a verb. It's amazing. So if it's a noun, you stress that first syllable, a present, a record. But if it's a verb, watch this. The stress shifts to the second syllable, to present, to record. It's a simple shift, but once you hear it, I promise, you're going to start noticing it everywhere.
Okay, you got the basic two-step down? Good. Let's move on to some more complex rhythms. Now, the big secret here is to look at the ending of the word. The suffix. That little ending is often a huge clue that tells you exactly where the beat's gonna land.
Let's follow one word family and see how this works. First up, the base word photograph. Okay, the beat's right there at the beginning. Photograph. Easy peasy.
But now, watch what happens when we add the suffix -phi. The beat literally moves. All of a sudden, it's photography. That little ending just pulled the stress right into the middle of the word.
And we're not done yet. Add the suffix -ike, and boom. The beat shifts again. Now it's photographic. Isn't that wild? The whole musical shape of the word changes just based on its ending. And here's the really cool part. This isn't just random guesswork. There are actual patterns here. Suffixes like tation and ik, they almost always pull the stress to the syllable right before them. And others, like phi or logi, they tend to put the stress on the third to last syllable. Seriously, these are like little cheat codes for figuring out the rhythm of thousands of words. So we've talked a lot about the main beat, right? The big, loud, stressed syllable. But what about all the other ones, the offbeats? Well, it turns out the unstressed syllables have a secret weapon, and it's what makes the entire rhythm of English work. It's called the schwa. And get this, it is the single most common vowel sound in the entire English language. It's that super quick, quiet, kind of lazy sound you hear in all the unstressed syllables. In a nutshell, it's the official sound of the offbeat. Oh, you totally know this sound. It's the at the beginning of about, or that tiny little is sound in the middle of family. Think about it. We don't say family, do we? We say family. That little sound, that's the schwa, just doing its job, being all quick and quiet so the stress syllable gets all the attention. Linguists even have a way of writing this down, kind of like sheet music for words. So for a word like pilot, they'll mark the strong beat, pi, with a little stress mark. And the weak offbeat, that schwa sound, lot, gets a tiny circle. It's just a simple way to actually see the rhythm on the page, strong beat, weak beat. So, when you put all these pieces together, the strong beats, the weak schwa sounds, those shifting rhythms we talked about, what you get is the unique musical signature of English. And this, my friends, is the big reveal.
English is what linguists call a stress-timed language. So what does that mean? It means we try to keep a pretty even rhythm between the stressed syllables. And to do that, we have to rush, shorten, and basically swallow everything in between. This is completely different from syllable-timed languages like, say, Spanish or French, where every syllable gets roughly the same amount of time, like a machine gun, da 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 da. English is way more rhythmic. It's more like da 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 da, da 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 da.
So here's the bottom line. The real music of English comes from this contrast. We hit the important beats, the stressed syllables, nice and clear, and then we just fly right over the rest. It's that push and pull, that constant speeding up and slowing down. That is the true rhythm of spoken English. At the end of the day, yeah, the rules are helpful, for sure. But mastering word stress isn't really about memorizing a bunch of rules. It's more about feeling the music. It's about training your ear to hear that natural rhythm, that natural flow of the language.
So now you're in on the secret, the hidden beat behind English. Which leaves us with one final thought. What's the music of your native language? Is it stress-timed like English? Syllable-timed? Or maybe something totally different? Really think about it, because when you start to understand the rhythm, you start to understand the very soul of a language.